This is CodeTV. Welcome to the second screencast of our importio series. This video covers both the Magic and Extractor tools. Once again, we have Alex Gimson walking us through some of the web scraping features available on the importio website. Enjoy.
Hello guys, and welcome to the next part in our Become an Import Master series. Today we are looking at our Magic and Extractor, and we'll use these two tools to make our first data sets. We've made extracting data even easier with our latest tool called Magic. If we're to go back 5 years, extracting data from the internet for a non-technical person such as myself was impossible. And even if you were technical, it was a bit of a challenge. You'd have to write your own code, and even then it would be pretty limited. Now with import, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So easy, even my mother could do it. So today we're going to get some data to some analysis on the San Francisco housing market. To do this, we need data, and to get data, we need import. Let's head over to Zillow.com for our data. Now, as you can see here, I've got all of the search results for the San Francisco real estate market. We've got all of the houses here on the right-hand side with their prices, the amount of bedrooms and bathrooms, how big they are, and when they're built with images. And we're going to use this data to do our analysis. Now, at the minute, this data isn't very helpful to us. It's stuck in a web page. We'd have to copy and paste it. We can't, do any analysis on the pricing in its current form. So we need to extract it. To do this, we need import. And using our Magic tool, it's really, really easy. All you do is copy the URL, head over to import.io. That's our web page, and insert the URL into this box here. Click on Get Data, and our algorithms will run on the page, and it will get all of the data for you without you having to train a thing. So we've got all of the addresses, we've got the prices of all of the houses as well, and we've got a lot of good data here. We've also detected that there's more than one page. You can see this by the little arrows in the bottom right-hand corner. If you click on the right arrow, it will go to page 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. That's really, really super cool. We can then download it as a CSV, and we can download up to 20 pages here. But more importantly, we can get the API. So if we click on Get API, what this does is it copies the API to your My Data. That's your central hub for all of your APIs built. And then you can query this page. So when the data changes on the web page, it will also change in your data page as well. And it's as easy as that to get data from a single web page using Magic. You just had to copy and paste the URL and then get the API. And there you have it. From web page to dataset in a couple of seconds. So that's a very, very clever tool, and computers are very, very clever, but sometimes they're not as intelligent as the human brain. So sometimes we need to tell the program whereabout on the web page the data is. And to do this, we need to build an extractor. Now, an extractor sounds scary, but it is actually really, really easy to make. So from your import.io web page, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see a download option. By clicking on this, you can download our desktop application, and as I said before, this is where most of our data extraction is going to take place. Once you've downloaded the application and signed up, you will see something that looks like this. This is your My Data page, this is the desktop application, and this is where all of the extraction is going to take place. So to start with, you click on New, and click on Extractor New. This will open up a new tab, and at the minute this is like a normal browser. You can type in here and get a Google search. So let's type in Google, let's type in Super Bowl winning prize, for instance. And as you can see, it will bring up the Google results for that. So let's go and extract some more data. Let's head over to the BBC webpage, bbc.co.uk, and we're going to be getting the football tables. So we head over to sport, and let's say we want to extract this table here. Click on football. It's my favorite sport, so we'll do football. and click on table. And let's say we wanted to extract all of this table here. This is the Premier League table at the minute. And it's a bit of a shame that Arsenal are third and not first, but we can't help that import. So, as I mentioned before, this is like a normal browser. You've got complete browsing capabilities and it works really nicely. To get at this data, we need to go into extraction mode. You can do this by clicking the off button and turning that on. It will reload the page with JavaScript disabled. Now, we have JavaScript disabled as default, but you can turn that on by clicking on the JS button at the top. You can also turn off and on CSS to get at the raw data. This is data with no styling at all. As you can see, the web page looks slightly different, and some people prefer this. But for now, let's turn CSS back on. You can do that by clicking on the button. And there we have it. So to get this data, you simply just need to click on a single data point. So let's get the team. And now you've got to say if there'll be one row or many rows in your table. Well, as you can see on this web page, there are many, many different results here. So we're going to have many rows. We'll come on to just one row later on in the series, but for now, click on many rows. Once you do that, the algorithms will go through the page and it will extract all of the data for you based on that first click. Now, you can click on Suggest Data, and that will be quite similar to the Magic tool. It will go through the web page and get all the data it thinks you need. But we're not going to do that in this instance in training because we covered that in the last bit. We're actually going to make the columns ourselves. So you can see here that the first bit of data that we got is actually a link. We can change this by clicking on link. And if we just want it as plain text, we can click on text. And let's add a new column by clicking on new column. And let's name it played. The amount of games played, press enter. And then again, it's just a case of clicking on the various data points. So in this instance, it's obviously the played number under the P. Let's add a new column and let's call this wins. And yet again, simply by clicking on the bit of data that you need, it will extract all the data. You can then rename whatever column you want by clicking on the column name. So let's name this one team. And you can also move these columns around if you want. So if you want to put the team in the middle of played and wins, you can simply click and drag it. Though why you'd want to do that, I don't know. So you can just click on undo and it will put the team back on the left as well. And let's get one more column, new column. Let's get points, the most important one. And again, just click on the data that you need. And there you go, you've got points. So let's just talk about some other options here. We've got other column fields that you can use. We've got text, date, money, number, language, country, true or false, which is like Boolean, link, image, and HTML. So if you want to get the raw HTML of the page, you can do that by clicking that button. We also give you the opportunity to use your own XPaths as well. And you can look at the JSON view here. Let's just turn that off because it's a bit scary. You've got the opportunity to set a manual XPath and use regular expression as well here. Those will come on to a bit later on in the series, but for now, let's just use the XPaths that the program generates itself. Once you've done that, just simply click on Done, name your API whatever you want. In this instance, I'm going to call it Football Table, and click on Publish. And after a few seconds, you will see that your API has been published. Now, this will allow you to query this web page just through a click of the button. You can do that by clicking on Query. So again, as the data changes on the web page, it will change in your data page as well. So there you have it again, from web page to API in a matter of minutes using import. Join me next time where I'll be showing you how to create our flagship tool, a crawler. Until then, see you later.